How many people are ready to actually die for something they truly believe in, not something that was bred into them or taught into them, so they believe that they should fight for it? Something about the livingness of all things. I feel like we're in a world full of people who walk around wanting to be piranhas in a big world of fish. But if we would compare ourselves in that way, it's like if we are all potentially a shark with a gun in our hand, anyone can kill anybody at any time, and any animal is wild game in this open world field. And if a tiger can run down and bite a gazelle, then a human being can run down and bite another human being and eat them for all I care. But for how much I care that much that I would allow that. But in no way at all would I do something like that. I wouldn't harm a plant unless I'm growing it and trying to help it grow so I can have some of its fruit and continue its growing while I eat its fruit, while its fruit spawns off to grow more seeds and be eaten as its pulp dries, which is a body, which is provided for our body. And there's some of their seeds are used to procreate, and some seeds can help you grow. It's literally that simple. But people have put it to such an extreme, they can't lessen their mind to the simplest, tiniest things. They don't need to eat anything other than simple fruits, nuts, berries, vegetables, things that give you body pulp, things that give you something that keeps you moving and surviving in your body. You don't need to eat an animal. That's another living thing that just wants to walk around with its meat. It wants to have its meat. Let the plants be the plants. Plants help us dance. They are plants, ancestors. We are from a planet. We are from a place. We are people. We are supposed to do that. It's just we don't think about it because we've allowed ourselves to be so out of control that, like we say, it's okay for us to hunt down and shoot moose and buffalo in season and slaughter them and eat them, but nothing can harm us, or else it's got to be put down, because we're not all equally alive. Because, see, other people don't see people with less money, or people of a different skin color, or people of a different race, or people of anything different than them as equal. So, of course, they don't see animals as equal. So when I say this, I'm coming from a place of all livingness is equal to me. So if you can kill something, it can kill you. And I prefer to be one of the sharks in the ocean that is the peaceful shark that only eats what it, in a people world, what we're given to eat. We don't have to live like that. We lived like that as savages till we grew to be conscious beings, and we are conscious beings, aren't we? I hope so. I hope people can answer that question and understand what that definition would entail, that you understand about being conscious and what being alive and being able to manage your movement means as a human being. Like, you are here to do good. You aren't here to ruin things purposefully, like on purpose, doing exactly what you think you should because you want to. It's not what you're here to do. And anyone who told you otherwise is wrong too. Whether you like them a lot, love them, look up to them, idolize them, it doesn't matter. Whether you're just rebelling or not, maybe that's what you're doing. But once you realize that within yourself, when are you going to stop? So now you can stand up for what's right in your own life, for everybody. Have something really worth dying for. You have already died once you realize that this world does not own you if you want to be free. And then if you want to be free, everything you ever were or have been dies. All your labels and social security numbers don't mean jack shit because they're not you. They have labeled you. Now they've had every detail to you. That's why people can understand things about you by those things. Once you understand that, they don't know anything about you anymore. They know your details. And when you're not your details, what can they do? They can say, this is what these details say about you, so we're going to have to go by the papers. How silly. We don't get to know each other anymore. When something happens to somebody and it totally changes them, they're not the same person they were yesterday. None of it matters as it did yesterday. Literally. Yesterday, every day is a new moment to me. I do try to make sure that I leave my footprints leaving good trails. But anything that's in the past that I can't repair, I can't go back on. And anything that is there that I could make better, I'm trying to. And I'm reaching out the best way I know how without getting in trouble with the law. It's all silly. It's so silly. Somebody with the biggest heart can't just call his friends, call his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, whatever, call his kids, call his ex-wives and ex-girlfriends, why? because people resent stuff. And it's not because I want to hook up with any of them. It's because I care about them. How you doing? Your life matters to me, or else I wouldn't have been with you. I'm not just some stooge. That's how everyone ends up feeling, because everyone that they cared about just blows them off. And we hold it inside, and we're not supposed to talk it out. When we talk it out to some person we pay who ends up giving us a prescription for a drug that helps us cope. I mean, how silly are we? We have to learn how to handle things ourselves and understand why we feel the way we do. If we can't resolve those things with those people in person, then we understand that we can't. And then we get over them. But if we feel like we can't, we got to do something to help ourselves get over it. And all you got to realize is your ego problems are not a big deal. You're here. Good. Your problems, if you were never here, will never be here. If you can look past that and say that I never had to be this character, I can be another character differently. Boom, right now. Always think that way, and always think how you can be your best and have that worth living for and that worth dying for, the truth within you. And that's it.